I'm Graham Powell, and today I'm going to do a deep dive into one of the most popular diver propulsion vehicles on the market, the Divextras Blacktip. I've owned this DPV for about 6 months now and completed around 60 dives with it in a wide range of conditions, from warm water reef dives to tech setups with multiple tanks. About 40 dives have been completed diving on two of the best liveaboard dive boats in the Maldives, being the Emperor Explorer and the Leo. I've also travelled with it through Qatar, Dubai and the Maldives airports. If you're thinking about getting a DPV or wondering whether the Blacktip lives up to the hype, this is the video for you. So let's look at the basics. The Blacktip is Divextra's most affordable and compact DPV. It comes in two tube sizes, being the Tech and the Travel. Otherwise, everything else is identical. It runs on two DeVault power tool batteries, which is great for travel and for cost. And the most common size batteries you're going to find are 5 amp hour, 9 amp hour and 12 amp hour. If you're traveling by air, I recommend the 2x5 amp hour batteries for a DPV and a dual battery charger. The reason is that most airlines will limit you to flying lithium batteries only in hand luggage, and the maximum size is 100 watts, which is 18 volts times 5 amp hours, which is 90 watts. In the USA market, they are the same batteries but marketed as 20 volts. So be sure to read the rules carefully from your airline, and these can normally be found on their websites. Now, DeVault do a 12 amp hour battery that has a red clip for transport that splits the battery into 3, making it within airline rules, but I was afraid to test it in case I didn't get the batteries through security. Now, charging batteries between dives on liveaboards worked perfectly, and the 5 amp hour proved to be the perfect choice. The other benefits is you get neutral trim and excellent balance underwater. Now, Divextra say you can only trim neutral but not horizontal with the Blacktip Travel, but I think you can get it pretty close. Top speed is around 230 feet per minute or 70 meters per minute. Run times 50 to 70 minutes depending on your battery choice and settings. If you're going from A to B non-stop, this is obviously relevant, but diving the pinnacle type dive sites of the Maldives liveaboards, I never used a DPV non-stop or surface with a battery having less than 50% charge, so recharging typically took around 40 minutes. It's modular, lightweight and can be customized for recreational, tech or even side mount diving. Now let's share how it's performed in the real world. The build quality firstly. It's solid, and despite being knocked around a bit, although I try and look after it on the dive boats and other beach entries like in Qatar, it's held up well and nothing damaged or loose or any major wear and tear that I can notice. The second thing is the battery life. I typically run it on speeds 1 to 3 underwater. Remember, there are 8, and I get 2 dives in the Maldives liveaboard from 1 charge with a 5 amp hour battery. Next, trim and control. It feels incredibly neutral underwater. You can control speed with a thumb button that you double click to start in 3rd speed, and you go up all the way to 8th speed and single click to drop a speed. The neutral buoyancy means less strain over time. Now, handling, I found it to be compact enough to be easily stored on a boat or beach dive, and light enough to carry solo, and obviously great for traveling in a Pelican box, but it's still powerful enough to tow a buddy if needed, and it weighs just under 10 kilograms with the batteries removed and carried in hand luggage. Now let's look at the pros and cons. Right, the pros, obviously lightweight and travel friendly. I think you'd be hard stretched to find one that actually fits the bill like that so well. It also uses easy to find batteries, it's durable, it's reliable, I've had no problems so far, and great runtime and speed. And obviously, because you get the travel or the tech, you have the choice of a modular setup. Okay, no good review can be done without some cons. It's not ideal for heavy duty cave or deep tech missions where extreme runtime is needed. The build-up of salt or sand around the trigger area can cause sticking if not cleaned properly. and it needs a proper handle upgrade for side mount use, most people state, but I found it quite easy to change between left and right hand. Okay, we can look at some maintenance and tips. A few quick care tips from my experience have been to always rinse thoroughly and look after the equipment, especially around the trigger and battery compartment to get rid of any salt water. Grease the O-rings regularly. You don't have to do it every day, but like once a week I found sufficient. Store the batteries separately when traveling. You can put those in Ziploc bags and put a bit of insulation tape over the contacts. If you're diving in salt water often, then give it a proper soak every few dives, and always try and rinse it in a bucket of water. So to sum it up, the Divextras Blacktip has been a game changer in my dive toolkit. It's not just fun, it's practical, efficient, and totally worth it if you do a lot of diving and want to extend your range or reduce your effort. Now, if you're looking for a DPV that won't break the bank, travels well, and performs like a pro, this is a solid choice. If you've got any questions or you want me to demo specific features, then drop a comment below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you want more real-world diving gear reviews and tips from the field. Until next time, safe diving from the Maldives.